Here's why the Chevrolet Corvette Z06 is the best. Chevy owns the roads. With that being said, you guys, let's go. Howdy folks, you on the Seek on the Speed 252 show. Scroll over to the right, click that subscribe button, and join this awesome community. Hey guys, before we get into this episode, leave your comments down below of when the first time you saw a Corvette in general, and when was the first time you actually purchased your Corvette. How old you were, how excited you were, and tell me what color was your first Corvette. With that being said, let's hop into the video. What's up everyone? Please feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Definitely hit that subscribe button, become part of this awesome community because we would love to have you more than anything else in the world. And if you also have a Instagram, definitely go over to my Instagram, follow me there. That way I can send you guys pictures and answer your messages there too. And if you would like to support the channel, definitely go to my website. My key tags are my hottest selling items right now. Those are up there for sale. So definitely go ahead and check those out. I will send them from my house to your house with a hand special written note just for you, thanking you for being part of this community and supporting the channel. I just want to thank each and every one of you that decided to push that play button today and take the time out on your Saturday to join me. As you all know, the Chevrolet Corvette is one of the most exciting cars that everyone is hoping to get. In this video, we're going to talk about why the Chevrolet Corvette Z06 is one of the best cars on the road and why Chevrolet actually owns the road, along with seeing a collective of images and pictures of the C8 Corvette Z06 in red mist with natural interior and the Z07 package of the C8 Corvette Z06 with carbon fiber exterior pieces and carbon fiber interior pieces. And we're going to also see some pictures, obviously, of the Corvette C7 Z06 as well. I'm making this video because I love YouTube a lot and I wanted to show some love to the guys who out there truly love the Z06s, own nothing but Z06, and looking forward to owning Z06. And I know a lot of people still own those C7 Corvettes out there. If you do still own a Corvette C7, leave your comments down below. If you used to own one, leave your comments down below. And if you love the Z06 in general, just leave your comments down below. So the Z07 package that comes on the C8 is a great, awesome package. I mean, when you see this in person, you guys, to see the Corvette Z06 yet in person, the Z07 package, you're going to love it. I know some dealerships are going to do a tour of this car around the world like they did for the C8 Stingray, and it's going to knock your socks off. But one thing we all got to understand is the C7 Z06 was a heck of a car. We're talking about 650 horsepower, 650 foot-pounds of torque. And we all know what exactly the C7 Corvette Z06 brought to the world, right? They gave us a first supercharger. Yes, a supercharger on a Corvette, which is something that I am super excited for the guys who own a C7 Corvette Z06. I mean, guys, I know we all have heard about the overheating issues regarding the C7 Corvette Z06 with the supercharger, but at the end of the day, it came with a supercharger, something that you didn't have to install yourself, which was freaking great. And then we're sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to see exactly what Chevrolet was going to do with the C8 Z06. Let's be honest, when they introduced the Corvette C8 Stingray to the world, they knocked our socks off. And immediately people could not wait for the C8 Z06. I mean, the C8 Stingray sold out around the world. I mean, literally so many people wanted that car. But a lot of people held out to get the Corvette C8 Z06 for what? Because they was waiting on to see how much horsepower that car was going to have. They was waiting on the wide body, and they was waiting on just to see what Chevrolet was going to offer the Corvette C8 Z06. And like I said earlier, the Corvette C7 Z06 came with a supercharger. On top of that, 650 horsepower and 650 foot-pounds of torque. Now let's go ahead and carry that over to the C8 Z06 and do the comparison. The C8 Z06 is having 670 horsepower, no supercharger at all, 20 horsepower more than the previous generation Corvette. But the torque is where a lot of people are questioning, because the C8 Z06 has 460 foot-pounds of torque, while the C7 Corvette has 650 foot-pounds of torque. And we all know that the torque is one of those things where you can only get so much torque out of a naturally aspirated engine. But we do know Chevrolet holds a record right now for the C8 Z06 with 670 horsepower naturally aspirated. The only other vehicle that used to own that record was the Mercedes at 620 or 640 horsepower naturally aspirated. When the C7 Corvette came out, it definitely knocked our socks off. Literally, I mean, that car changed the world for a lot of ways. If you think about it, and a lot of people don't know this, the C7 Corvette was actually supposed to be the mid-engine platform. When I had a meeting with the Chevrolet engineers, they told me that out of their own mouth that the C7 Corvette was literally supposed to be a mid-engine car. But what happened was, when we had the crisis of 2008, where the world just pretty much went to crap, they decided to go ahead and keep the C7 generation going because they could not put their funds and money into a C8 mid-engine platform at that time, or I guess what you don't call it, C7 platform at that time. In reality, I'm so glad that that kind of worked out, because the C7 Corvette was my very first Corvette, my Corvette Grand Sport. It was a great car, and I absolutely love the way the C7 Corvette looks. And that gave Chevrolet a lot more time to put together the pieces and the effort to put into what we see now, the C8 Stingray and the C8 Z06, which a lot of people are in line waiting to get this car. And that is one of the reasons why I believe Chevrolet truly owns the road. I mean, the true American sports car. Don't get me wrong, the Mustang is a great car. It really is. But the C8 Corvette Z06 is a heck of a car, and the C7 Corvette is also a great car to have as well. When we talk about comparison regarding the C7 Corvette and the C8 Corvette, both cars are phenomenal and hold the street in their own right. I can tell you right now, just by speaking, I spoke to a lot of C7 Corvette owners, and they absolutely love their C7 Corvette, and they plan on keeping it alongside their C8 Corvettes, if not most likely maintaining their C7 Corvette, because it is the last front engine Corvette they will most likely see for a very long time. Because at this point, as we all know, Chevrolet says, or General Motors says, that they're planning on going all electric by 2035. And I know some customers aren't super stoked about that, even though I do believe they're a long ways from making that possible. But the C7 Corvette, being a Corvette that a lot of people truly love, that changed the game and gave us the C8 Corvette. And a lot of people are going to ask, why do you think the C7 Corvette actually gave us the C8 mid-engine Corvette? Because when the crisis happened in 2008 and Chevrolet did not have the funds to create the mid-engine car at that time, I don't truly think the world, the Chevrolet Corvette world, the world in general, was just ready for a mid-engine car yet. So when the C7 Corvette came out and that car was unveiled, everyone loved it. I mean, the younger generation, the middle generation, and the older generation all fell in love with the C7 Corvette. I mean, a lot of guys bought the Stingray, a lot of guys bought the Z06, the Grand Sport, and obviously the Z01. And those cars, we all created it whatever we wanted to do with our own cars to make it our own. And that gave us time to slowly adapt and adjust to having a front engine Corvette, knowing that could possibly be the last front engine Corvette that we can possibly have, and slowly giving us the C8 mid engine Corvette that a lot of people was actually looking forward to, and some people wasn't looking forward to. As we all know, the model that went around for a while, that if it's not the front engine, then it's not a Corvette anymore. But a lot of people have to understand that ZoraDuntov is the guy who truly wanted the mid engine platform to be a Corvette a long time ago. And let's think about it, guys. Once Chevrolet actually created and invented the mid engine Corvette, who did they give all the praises to? Zora. If you all that own a C8 Corvette right now, go outside, take a look at your car. You will see, if not at least one sticker on your car, pretty much giving this man awesome praises for even thinking about building a mid-engine platform car in the first place, because he knew with a mid-engine car, that was a great way to keep up with all the Italian cars and all the foreign cars that are out there right now. And let's face it, the C8 Corvette Z06 look amazing, and the C7 Corvette look even great as well in its own right. But with the mid-engine platform, it is totally keeping up with a lot of those other sport cars today. And what people say, we all love the bang for your buck, and the Corvette give us that. They give us the looks that we're looking for, they give us the horsepower we're looking for, they give us the speed we're looking for. And let's be honest, if you own any generation Corvette, the world is going to turn their head regardless. If you think about it, the C8 Corvette immediately makes the world turn its head, because a lot of people do not know what that car look like if it's coming from the opposite direction. You think it's a McLaren, you think it's a Lamborghini, you just don't know. And when you take a look at the C7 Corvette body style, well, that car speaks for itself. And then we go down to the C6. And the C6 is an amazing car. I mean, I heard nothing but great things about the C6 ZR1. It is a car that everyone truly loved to have. So everyone, this is a video that I just wanted the people to think about what the Chevrolet Corvette Z06 has to offer the world. I mean, it's one of the best cars that are out there, and once again, it's definitely the bang for your buck. I mean, Chevrolet truly owns the roads when it comes down to having the Corvette being a car that everyone truly loves. I mean, there's kids out there that are like 4 or 5 years old that are saying, when I get older, I'm going to own a Corvette. So guys, with that being said, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, become part of this awesome community. And if you would like to support the channel in any other kind of way, whether it's going to my website and purchasing my most famous key tag that are on sale right now, I greatly appreciate you so much. I hope you all are having an amazing Saturday, and thank you again for pushing that play button.